This is the brand new LEGO Speed Champions Lightning McQueen. This was honestly one of the best LEGO Speed Champions cars I've built in a very long time. Now, the reason for this is actually there was just so many interesting building techniques. So if you look underneath, there's actually none of the usual big molded elements that we get in the center of these cars. It's completely brick built. Most of it was snot technique, if you can see there. So as you can see just below there, it's all sideways studs just below the silver part. And this was really, really refreshing because especially where we've had all the Formula One Speed Champions cars recently, which I love, by the way, it was really nice to get a completely different build in this Lightning McQueen. Obviously, it's Speed Champions, so there's a lot of stickers, but it really does bring it to life. I think one of my favorite parts is these wheels that they've made with the Lightyear printing on there as well. And I think actually the rims being red actually looks so, so nice. The exhausts or tailpipes that you can see on either side are really, really well done. I love how they've done that at such an angle. It's quite a simple building technique, if I'm honest, but actually it really gets the look pretty much spot on in my opinion. I think looking at the car, we've got only these 4 studs at the front. The rest of it is all nice and tiled off. And I kind of like that there's a couple of studs left there because then, you know, it's Lego. I think one of the most interesting parts is actually the smile here at the front. I think that really easily could have been stickered, but actually the fact they've used this wheel arch along with obviously the white bricks behind looks really, really nice. I think the building technique here is actually really clever, how they've managed to get that in, because they've had to obviously turn the studs upside down for this part, but then we've got the studs facing the correct way back on top. So really, really clever building technique here from the designer of this set. The stickers all around do look really nice, and just a quick note that on the wheel arch there and that 1x1 plate, that is printed parts, and it's the same on the other side, but everything else is stickers. I like again the building techniques back here where they haven't had to use stickers and they've built in the red and the grey, right next to again more printed parts being these 2 pieces at the back. So overall, I do think this is an absolutely incredible build. I think they've captured the likeliness of Lightning McQueen pretty much perfectly in this scale. And as I mentioned, this is definitely one of the best Speed Champions cars I've built in a long time. But as always, let me know down in the comments, what do you think of this car, and will you be getting it when it releases here on the 1st of January 2026?